In the midst of a highly competitive global economy, in a land where East meets West, where creativity, innovation, and vision are at the core of industry development and growth, exports is fueling Philippine economic growth as the country tries to regain its rightful position in Asia and the world. This export growth, upset only twice within the last 13 years, highlights the appreciation and confidence of global consumers on Philippine products and services. The same products have been technically and aesthetically adopted for the varying requirements of buyers worldwide. One key to the success in sourcing this tropical treasure trove is the Philippine Exporters Confederation Incorporated, or PHILEXPORT, the country's dominant exporters organization. PHILEXPORT is a product of the merger of then Philippine Exporters Foundation and the Confederation of Philippine Exporters, or COFE. And from about 700 members during this period, it has grown to over 3,000 members under 52 industry associations and 20 chapters nationwide. Together, they account for some 70% of the country's export performance. PHILEXPORT is a veritable one-stop shop, boasting the best of the Philippines can offer. It has nurtured the export industry through programs that include advocacy, information services, promotions and project management and development, capacity building, bonded warehousing operations, export documentation processing, and various other activities tailor-made to the needs of exporters. Working closely with the government and other trade organizations, PHILEXPORT has facilitated Filipino manufacturers access to information, technology, and financing services, thereby developing an export industry that is able to respond to the fast-changing demands of the global market. Former Trade Secretary Rizalino Navarro once said,
PHILEXPORT is the premier export organization in the country. So we value the opinions and suggestions, and when they talk, the government listens to these opinions and suggestions.
Empowered by its strong advocacy, developmental and frontline services, Philippine exports have evolved from a basket of mostly merchandising goods to professional services, most sought after by the world.
Improving market access, addressing trade barriers that hinder export growth, and enhancing industry capacity has facilitated the rise of new, mixed materials in the multifunctional creative sector. Upgrading of food products and increased value added for industrial goods, and true to its main mandate of creating a conducive environment for exports to flourish, PHILEXPORT's advocacy work is further institutionalized and strengthened through the Export Development Council, a multi-sectoral body tasked to nurture a strong export sector. Meanwhile, addressing domestic issues as a way to facilitate export is a job being attended to by the National Competitiveness Council, another multi-sectoral body. The aggressive advocacy of PHILEXPORT since the merger led to the signing of President Fidel V. Ramos' Republic Act 7844, or the Export Development Act. One of the major provisions in the Act is the creation of the World Trade Center in Pasay City. Designed to assist the promotional needs of businessmen, the center offers nearly 5 hectares of exhibition space, offices, and a planned 5-star hotel. Complementing all these developments and positive export performance is the leap in foreign direct investments, particularly in the export processing zones and industrial estates in key areas around the country. Major global electronics, IT, and service providers have set up shops in the Philippines, underscoring their faith in the country as an investment haven. Surviving one crisis after another, the Philippine export industry, like the Filipino people, has shown the resiliency and muscle that is the envy of many of the country's competitors. PHILEXPORT shall remain committed to champion this industry to create an exporting nation as the road to uplift the lives of many Filipinos. PHILEXPORT, towards building an exporting nation.